Please be seated. Welcome all, and thank you for coming out today to take part in this celebration. For those who don't know me, my name is Sam, and I'm honored to be officiating this ceremony for Ben and Steph today. I have known Ben for about 5 years and had the pleasure of calling him a close friend. This past winter, Ben introduced our group of friends to Steph, and it was evident how great of a person she is. I am privileged to be in this position, and thank you both for allowing me to do so. I would like to acknowledge friends and family who are joining us through video due to the current events. To Ben's mom, grandparents, family, and friends, thank you for joining us from afar. I know Ben and Steph are excited to celebrate with all of those they love in the near future. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge Steph's father, Steve, as he was a defining person in her life. When I asked Steph to tell me about her dad, she told me about the last time she saw him. She said that he and Steph's mom came over to drop off some quarantine supplies, and he had never seen the lake house before, so he came right in to look around. He looked at the beautiful view, and he spoke about having dinner with Steph and Ben on that deck. When he went to leave, he gave Steph a big hug, even when her mom reminded him of social distancing. He replied, "I will give my daughter a hug if I want to." He is described by Steph as a man who lived his life the way he wanted to, never letting anything get in the way, and because of his stubborn nature, Steph will always remember the last embrace they shared. Steph, thank you for sharing that story with me and for all of us. I believe your dad would have been proud of this day and what it holds for you both. Love is the easy part. Marriage can be difficult. It is no longer just about you, no longer your decision alone or putting yourself first. While you will certainly face challenges in marriage, it will also be the single most worthwhile thing you choose to do. Nothing gives more security than marriage. Nothing gives more of a sense of belonging, worth, acceptance, or importance than marriage does. You will always have support, you will always have a safety net, and you will always have an adventure partner. It is the best of all worlds. You are choosing each other for this lifelong journey from the normal day to day through the unexpected and the exciting moments. This marriage is the foundation of everything that moves forward from here. The great Michael Scott once said, Webster's dictionary defines wedding as the fusing of two metals with a hot torch. In order to learn more about how these two fused, I asked Ben and Steph a series of questions in which they will hear each other's answers for the first time now. Ben and Steph each told me that they met on an online dating site, and Ben caught Steph's attention when he saw a picture of Kevin and threatened to steal him. Steph instantly knew he had good taste and wanted to give him a chance. Ben's first impression of Steph was great, obviously. However, Ben needed to play a little catch-up. For their first date, Ben was running late and asked Steph to wait for him in her car. Independent Steph was not feeling this approach and defiantly planned to go inside to get a drink. Luckily, Steph learned on that date through their great conversations that night that Ben was perfect. Ben later learned that Steph secretly had a table of friends sitting next to them who followed her into the bathroom for updates and check-ins. Distance helped both Ben and Steph's hearts grow fonder. After their second date, Steph left for a trip to Thailand. Only after a handful of encounters with Ben, she brought back a gift to him. The thoughtful gesture meant a lot to him, resulting in him knowing that she was the one. A few months later, Ben went home to Germany for a week. Steph couldn't stop thinking of him and realized that's when she was in love. Ben told me that his favorite place to spend time with Steph is on the deck or on the couch, specifically arguing about what to watch. Steph said that her favorite place to spend time with Ben was when they went out to lunch every day, as it was some of the only time they got to spend together as they worked opposite schedules. The quick visit would always end with Ben telling her he was going to be late to return to work, and Steph asking him to stay forever. I learned that Ben loves to poke fun of Steph's laugh, and Steph drives Ben nuts when she is revving up at night while Kevin and Ben are trying to go to sleep. Steph shared that her favorite trait of Ben is his kindness, as well as how easily he can make her laugh. Ben is struck by Steph's spontaneity and wanderlust. In one of Steph's best moments of spontaneity, while they were eating salami sandwiches and watching The Office, Steph casually said, "Let's get married." Steph's father had once told her, if you know you love someone, you don't have to wait. You can ask the guy to marry you. You can just do it. Through all of the heartache Steph experienced from losing her father, as well as the craziness in this world right now, it put in perspective for Steph that she didn't want to spend life without Ben by her side. So she put on her first date outfit, and after Ben got home and finished asking her why she was wearing shoes, she popped the question, and Ben instantly and intelligently accepted. Both Ben, very smart, good work. Both Ben and Steph look forward to a future of traveling and exploring the world together. The great Michael Scott also said, "They say that your wedding day goes by in such a flash that if you're lucky if you even get a piece of your own cake." I say, that's crazy. I say, let them eat cake. Margaret Thatcher said that about marriage. Smart broad. With that said, it is time to include the third most important family member here. Can you please bring Kevin up to collect the rings and exchange vows?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Come on, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. Very good boy. The reason why wedding rings are placed on the fourth finger of your left hand comes from ancient times. The Romans believed that the vein on that finger is connected to the heart. That is how that vein was named Vena Amoris, meaning vein of love. The Romans would place a ring on both couples' fourth left-hand finger as a representation of the new married couple's eternal love. Then, please take Steph's ring. You can place it on her finger as I read the vows aloud. Do you, Benjamin, take thee, Stephanie, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness, in health, in joy, and in sorrow, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Stephanie, take thee, Benjamin, to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live?
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, she does.
Then, by the power vested in me, witnessed by your friends and family, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Steph, you may kiss your husband. And for the final time, as Michael Scott once said, hate to see you leave, but love to watch you go, because you're butt. Please stand and help me welcome Mr. and Mrs. Chellitt. Congratulations.
Kevin, so congratulations. Yay! Here we go.